Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'm Dr. Monica Tillett. I'm the owner of New Direction Rehabilitation and Wellness, and we are a mobile outpatient clinic that serves seniors in their home. And our goal is to just make them as independent as possible, help them age well, safely in their environment. And one of the main things that keeps them from being safe and independent in their environment is balance. So we train a lot on balance with various intervention techniques. However, education is a very big component as far as improving your balance and your decision-making process after a fall. So fall recovery is one of the areas that we educate on. And what that is simply teaching you how to get up off of the floor if you have fallen. So not everyone can get up, and it could be because of strength, or it could be because you don't really know the proper way to get up off of the floor. However, we go through that whole process from start to finish if you have the ability to do so. So we start with strengthening exercises, then we progress to balance activities. And then if after we do those treatment interventions, we see that you're strong enough to get up off of the floor, then we will do what we call a graduated process on help making that happen. So we don't just start you off on the floor. We have to go through various stages to make sure that if you were on the floor, that you would be able to get up off of the floor. And why is fall recovery important? It's so important because the fall itself doesn't always, that's not always what affects people the most. It's the secondary issues that occur because of the fall. So for instance, if you fall and you didn't injure yourself, you just couldn't get up off the floor because you weren't strong enough or you didn't know how to do that, then what would happen? You would be on the floor until someone could come and help you. Now, for those of you who have someone checking on you all the time, you have someone around you all the time, that's great. You're not going to be in that situation for very long. But for many of our clients who live home alone and their family or their other caregivers don't come and check on them every day, then those are the people that are at risk for pressure sores. They are at risk for dehydration, and death can even be an end result of that as well. And working in home care, I see so many instances where people have fallen and the reason they were hospitalized was not because they fractured a hip or some other part of them was injured where they couldn't get up. They were hospitalized because they were dehydrated, or they lay there so long that the pressure source from the floor has opened, and they might be infected. So we first stress that it's to help prevent secondary injury. The second thing that we educate on fall recovery is because it helps with safety. It's just an additional safety measure. Okay, so whether you live alone or whether you live with others, again, it's just safer if you're able to get yourself up off the floor to do so, if you don't have another reason to believe that you're going to fall again once you get yourself up. And we'll talk about that in a second. And then the third thing is knowing how to get up off of the floor is just going to be a boost of independence. It's going to improve your level of independence living at home or wherever you're living. It's just going to be an additional tool for that. So when is fall recovery not advised? Well, it's not advised, as if I stated earlier, or like I stated earlier, if you are injured, if you feel that you are injured, then you could cause more injury by trying to get yourself up. You should most definitely, get help getting up off of the floor. The second thing is if you have medical conditions or an environment that you may fall again as soon as you get up. So for instance, if every time you lay down or you sit down and you go from those positions to standing and you get very dizzy, then that's an instance that you don't want to stand up because that could make you fall again. Or if you need something to hold on to and there's nothing to hold on to and you try and get yourself back up and then you fall again because there's nothing around to hold for you to hold to, then that's another instance where you should not get up. What are some alternate methods that you could do if you can't get yourself up off the floor, or if you're living alone and there's no one there to know that you've fallen? The number one thing is, if you have one of those emergency call bells or call watches where you can alert emergency services that you have fallen and that you cannot get yourself up off the floor, then that is, probably the number one go-to that I see in my clients. The second go-to is having a cell phone with you at all times. So, if you have pockets, whether it's the pants or the shirt or a jacket that you wear, inside the home, have the cell phone in some part of your outfit that you would consistently have it with you. So pants is a great place to have it, because if you fell, more than likely your phone would still be located in the pocket. But if it was a shirt pocket, like a little cuff here over the chest, then it could fall out and you can't reach it if you fall. And then the last thing is, technology has become so advanced, and not all of our seniors have this particular technology at home, but some may. So just to throw it out there, we have Alexa. You could say, "Hey, Alexa, I've fallen. Can you call 911?" Or if you, have an Apple device, you can say, "Hey, Siri, I've fallen. Can you call, the emergency service?"
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
See, that's Siri asking me what I just said. So I didn't want to say call them 911 because it would have called 911. So just know that your balance is very important, and it's not just about learning how to get up off the floor. It's about finding the reason for the fall and addressing that reason. And so we have to not just treat the incident, we have to treat what caused the incident. So if you've fallen, if you have unsteadiness walking and you know that your balance is not what it needs to be, then give us a call. Or if you don't feel like you have balance issues, but just maybe you want to get an assessment completed to just make sure that you don't have any hidden issues, then give us a call as well. I will put the contact information in the post, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.